Welcome back to Learn with Akash. Today I'm here to show a very simple method of or a very simple tutorial on Blender. If you don't know what this Blender software is, it's used for making a 3D animation. And if you don't know how to do it, if you think 3D animation looks a bit complicated or it's not your type, if you need to know 2D animation, my sister is making a video on that, and the link will be on the description. Please make sure that you watch it before going on 3D animation. So in 3D animation, if you need means you need a free software, right? That's what this Blender is. So I'll give a link to this Blender software on how to create or this app's link, and this is a free source. Okay, it's free to use, and it's a to Blender and download. Make sure you download the latest version of Blender. Okay, so let's begin with the Blender. So after you open the Blender, after going through the processes and all, if you open Blender, this is how it looks. Okay, so what you do, this is the new file and recent files. So in the new file, what we're going to do, we'll just do it on click on general. Okay, in general, what first you get is you'll get a light source over here and a camera. Okay, so in this tutorial what we're going to do is we're going to do a basic simple animation as you seen at the intro itself. That's what we're going to do or what we're going to make. It's going to be like a tutorial, and at the same time you're going to make also. So if you think the mouse wheel, right, the mouse wheel to zoom and zoom in and zoom out. Okay, if you need to move it means click on your mouse wheel and drag and move it wherever you need. Okay, and this right click is to object context menu, and right left click is for object consent menu, and right click is just to select the objects. Okay, and select and deselect the objects. So now what we'll do, now we'll learn about the axis over here. This is a 3D, as I mentioned, this is a 3D software, so it works under an axis. So there are three axes, okay, which is the y, the x, and the EZ axis for the top and the bottom. Okay, so if you see over here, how much whatever I move over here also it moves. That means it shows the axis is okay. So if I click on my x axis, this comes on the 2D version, like it turns itself into a 2D version, and this gives you a better view. If I go on x axis, I can't see the x axis over here. Okay, but I can see the y and z. Instead of going there and clicking, you can even click the numpad 3. Okay, if you can even click the numpad 3. If you need to go the opposite direction, the other side of the x, this is like suppose this is the positive side of the x. If you need to go to the negative side of the x, what do you do? Click the same 3 for x, right? So click control 3 to go to the next other side. So now I'll let me see on the y axis. Okay, so if I need to go opposite of it means control 1. Okay, 1 for the y axis, so 1 for the opposite. So if I need to see the top view, the front view means click on this numpad 7. Okay, to the see the top view, or if you need to see the bottom view means control numpad 7. Okay, that's all. So this is like a very simple thing tutorial, and this is also one of the important. Okay, now I'm on the back side. So let me go on this z axis and let me check. Okay, so now what we'll do is let's give a short tutorial on this light and over here these things. So here if you see these four boxes are there, right? This is how it shows your mesh in the sense this object over here, this is called the mesh. There are, if you need to add a new mesh or add a new object, click on this add button over here and go to mesh, and this is, there are a lot of meshes over here. Okay, so let's just click on the monkey and take the G up and keep it over here, and let me just delete this cube for now, and control plus Z and Z, and let me delete the cube over here. And I don't need this mesh to be in the half ground and half this thing, so let me drag and drop the mesh. So if I need to move this mesh, okay, I need to move this mesh up. So here you can see move option is here. Okay, as I told, this is a 3D version. You can move it the sideways, okay, the x-axis, or this, if you click on the center you can move it anywhere you want, but I need to be in a perfect direction if you ask me. So let me go on the center over here, and I need to be move it little up, and let's like rotate it for a while. So over here if you click on rotate, you can rotate the thing, and let me rotate it till here. yeah, little bit slanting also I need it. So it looks like a, a doll or something, like a fashion doll, or we can say like a normal doll in a museum. We'll keep like that. And let's move it over here. So a doll cannot be floating in a museum, right? So what we'll keep, we'll add a new mesh as a plain mesh. No need to add a cube. Let's add a plane. So now I click on rotate. So whatever I add, it's in rotate form, but I need to scale it up. I need to extend it. So I can press S and scale it up, or over here there's a scale button. I can scale it like that also. For the same, for the move, for move, if you need to move, let me select, and if you want to move, press G and move. Okay. And if you need to move it on a perfect or a particular direction, means I need to move it on the Z axis. I need to move it only on going up and bottom. So what you press on Z and go up, how much ever you're scrolling, if you go sideways also, it will go up and down only. So but I messed it up. I don't need it to go for up or bottom. I need to go it on right or left on the Y axis. So what you do, leave this thing and click on Y. It will just reset. Okay, where your cursor is, that's where it will be. So let it be over there, and let me make it a little bit down. So G and Z and over here. Okay. So now what happens, it's not only my monkey's mouth is over there, right? Let me make it slanting. Let me go to rotate. Let me rotate it a little bit over here. Let me make it first, let me make it straight. And now what I need to do is I need to make it rotate over here. And little bit down. Little bit down. And little more. That's all. Okay. Now what happens is, now my mesh or my particular thing is completed over here. So now let's go to the next one, which is my camera. So I can't see what is in my camera like this. I don't need to see, right? So if you press numpad 0, you can see what your camera is seeing. Or instead of going each and every time 0 and not 0, 0 and not 0, what do you do is, over here at the corner between the scene collection and this thing, what do you do? Click on the mirror, your cursor changes, right? Drag a little bit, drag it till wherever you need, so you'll get a new window over here. And click on the camera and go to Z, click on 0 and leave this window alone. That's all. So we'll edit all our these things in this window, and we can see how our camera is editing. So if I move my camera over here a little bit over there, means even this thing is there. But I know I don't need to cover the my camera should be only under this plane, right? So let me scale this plane a bit. This big is enough. Okay. And but I can't move my I can't scale it just because my camera cannot cover. So what I'll do, I'll right click on my camera, go to this thing. After clicking on numpad 0, click on right click on the camera and press camera lens angle. Okay. And just extend the lens, like let's just increase the lens of our camera. And now what we need to do, we need to move it freely as much as we can. Yeah, right. So let me just bring it a little bit closer to my uh, this thing. It should be on this plane only. Okay, it should not go out of this plane. So what happens is, I can just cover till the, what I can see is, I can just it's too small, right? The lens is too small. So let me go to 0 and again left click on it, camera lens angle, and increase the angle as much as I can. Okay, this much angle is enough for me. So now what I want is, I don't need a camera which I should move it by my hand. I need to be like a man moving the camera, so it should be smoother and it should be controllable at the same time, and it should look perfect. Okay, so what do you do? Over here you can see view, select add object. Yeah, right. Select camera and click view. Click on view and go to viewport navigation. Okay, navigation, and go down. There will be walk navigation, and the short key is shift F. Okay, so click on walk and animation. So if you move your this thing, if you move your mouse, now even your camera moves as if you're controlling the camera. That's what we needed. Yeah, right. So what you do, if you press W S D, okay, W for going front, S for coming back, D for the right and left. Okay, suppose if you need to go up, E for going up, Q for coming down. Okay, it's like a game. It's like a character you're controlling. It's like your camera is now a character in a game. That's what we are having over here. Yeah, right. So now what we will do is, if I don't need, now I need to go to my other window, but if I move my mouse it's not coming, right? So to escape this, right click. Now you can move your this thing, and instead of going to view and go to navigation and walk navigation, that consumes like a little bit of time, right? So the short key for this is select the camera and press shift F. Now you go back to your walk and navigation. So if you're not satisfied, like it looks like as if the camera is floating, I don't need like that. So I need it to be natural, like a man is walking and seeing the monkey. So if you press G, your gravitation mode will be on. Okay, so just because my plane is here, so that I am getting saved. So if I press WSD, and now my plane is not there, right? That's how what happens. So where's my camera now? It felt so much down. So let me bring it up. And now if you go to shift F, now my gravitation mode is not there. That's why. So if I'm little more top, let me be little more up on my plane. And if I press gravitational mode, I'll just on and I'll collide with this plane. Okay. So now what happens? It's a little more natural, like how I can see. Now what I will do? The lens is not little more bigger, right? So let me make it little more big. Camera lens angle, a little more extended. That's all. So now I have this thing. Now I need to keyframe it. Now I need an animation instead of a this thing. So for that, first let's check our light setup, how it looks like if it render out. Okay, so these are the four things how our object or our things looks. So if I go here, means this is like a wireframe mode. Everything is like it shows in a lines. Okay, and this is just a vertical viewport of shading. Then this is, like you can say, this can be also shown as the mesh, like how it looks with a color, like the color which we used, and without the light setup. Okay, now if I go over here, this is the viewport of shading also. So this looks a little more natural. Okay, yeah, right, this looks a little more naturalistic, nature. So let me make the a light over here, like on this side, and let me deselect the light object. Now we can see the shade is over there, right? So let me move my camera over here, over there, and move it a bit over here. Let me 360, let me rotate it over there, and let me move it a bit the other side. Wait. Okay, now let me click on Z. So this changes the perspective of it. And shift F. Now let me just go a little more back. Yeah, this is perfect. Now what I do, what I need to do is, the animation should be like going 360 around the monkey, right? So this is where this time bar comes up. Okay, so now let me take my time bar over here, and there are this thing. This is where you can change it to anything. So right now it's in timeline, and this is a payback, keying, view, marker, and what we're going to use is, right now we are just use these things and this one. Okay, this is how many keyframe current frame, the current frame. So if I move to my current frame to 19, this shows where it is. So if I need to move it also, I can move it directly like this or here. And this is start, where the keyframe should start, or the where the animation should start. Like if I have a waste animation till here, means I can just start till here. It should start from here and till to end from here. That's all I need. Okay, so what I will do now is, now I need my animation to done, right? So I can't do keyframe. So what, this is what it's used for, auto keying. So whatever you move, so if I select for camera, and if I press auto keying, my auto keying is on. And if I press my space bar to play, and if I move my camera, if I move my camera over here and down over there, you can see my keyframe is getting selected over here. This much keyframes are made. So let's just play and see how my what the keyframe looks like before. See, it just recorded whatever I did in a animation way. So let me this all of these are selected, and delete these keyframes. Right click and delete keyframes. So now what I will do is I'll make a perfect animation for it. Now we know the basic of it. Now let's make an animation of it. So let me click Shift F and come little back. Okay, so the basic thing is I'll go front and come little up till the shading part, and that's all. This is what we are going to do. Okay, so let me just click on over here, and let me click on space bar, and let's click Shift D, Shift F, and let's start doing this thing. So this is all I need. Now that's all. So now if you see, there's a little bit gap in between what I made, like from here till here. I don't start, my animation starts from here. So 56.5 is there, right? So it should not start from 1, it should start from 55, and it should end at 120. Okay, let's keep it as 220. It should end at 220. So if you see now, let me just play my animation right now. Okay, let's play it. Click on space bar. Now if you see, it doesn't look a little bit smoother or something, right? It looks so rugged, or it looks so a little bit rough. So to make the keyframes a little more smooth, what you do, select all this keyframe, select all the keyframe, and change this object mode, like go over here. Now it's in, now change it to graph editor. Okay, let's go to graph editor, and now if you see, there's no keyframes over here. Now let me select my camera, because all my keyframes are on my camera, right? So till 53, all of these are selected, all of my these things are selected. Now let's click Alt Shift and O. Okay, then what you go to the first keyframe, and go to this window and click I, and click available, and go to go to the last keyframe, and click I, and press available. Okay, now what you do, select all the things and go to key, and go to smooth keys. Before that, press sample keys. That's what we did. Alt Shift and O. Okay, now what you do, let's smooth these keys by selecting all, and press Alt and O again and again and again and again, as much as you can. Okay, after that, just we don't need this graph editor anymore, so we'll just go back to 3D viewport and click our cameras there, and let's move it a little bit this side from back. And now if I play my animation, you can see little more smoother than before, right? But it's not that smooth if you ask me. So let's make it a little more smoother. What do you do? Select the keyframes, Alt O, click as much as you can until it's a little more smoother, until you're satisfied with it. Just click, and now let's see our animation again. It's okay, now I am satisfied. It's a little bit smoother than before, earlier ones. Yeah, right, true. So now what happens, now we have our animation done over here. This is how it looks like. If you see my monkey over here a little bit, it's not that smooth, right? We can see all the pixels over here. So I don't need to be in a low pixel thing. What do you do, right click or left click on it and press shade smooth. Now if you see, now my monkey is little more smoother than before. So this is the basic tutorial for Blender, and if you need more tutorials on it, just make sure you just watch my videos vigorously. So I upload daily, I will upload, or every week I will upload at least one video on Blender, on a tutorial for basic. Even if you don't have any knowledge about Blender, I will help you to even make a 3D animation. So thank you for watching.